What's up, guys? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We're doing 2021 Heritage High number 3rd case break number 5. 9:26 on the clock. We're starting at 9:30, so just hang out for a few and we'll get rolling. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oy. What the fuck? Second here. That's weird. What's up, guys? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. Welcome to another fun Sunday night of breaks. Yay! Hope everyone's team won who you wanted to win today, or lost if you wanted them to lose, or hopefully your team's in the playoffs. And if not, I know, Mike, it's the very first thing I was going to talk about, man. Bob Saget. Can you imagine? Wow. That one messed me up, dude. We'll talk about it. All right. We are doing 2021 Heritage High number 3rd case break number 5. I thought I was done with Heritage. I forgot I had these coming, so last 4 boxes that I got. So anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anybody who's new to the channel, especially welcome. A little bit about us. We've been around for almost 4 years now. We break mostly baseball, a little bit of everything else mixed in. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as we can. These should be out on Monday or Tuesday. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do a free break every 1,000 subscribers we turn. It's a big break, couple $1,000 worth of boxes. You want a chance to get into it, all you got to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel. Your name goes in the random, and who knows, maybe you get in one of our future free breaks. Once you're a subscriber and you stay a subscriber, you're in there for however many we have. So, no reason to stay a subscriber. You never know. You might not get in this one, but you might get in the one after that. No idea. All right, let's go over the teams. Braves, Scott D. Orioles, and Matthew T. Red Sox and Cubs, Scott D. White Sox, Thomas S. and Red, Scott D. Tigers, Chris F. Royals, Christopher H. Astros, Todd H. Angels and Dodgers, Scott D. Brewers, John T. Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Scott D. Mets, Matthew T. Yankees, Jacob C. A's, Michael G. Phillies, Scott D. Pirates, Todd H. Cardinals, Scott D. Padres, Torrey D. Giants, Jason O. Mariners, Javier D. Rays, Scott D. Rangers, Todd H. And Blue Jays and Nationals, Jason O. Oh, he was a big Eagles guy? Yeah, I think I remember hearing that somewhere. I don't know if I heard that in an interview with him or what it was, but that dude was funny. I mean, crazy funny. And I would always hear, I heard a lot of interviews with him over the years, whether he'd be on Stern or he was on Corolla a bunch of times and stuff like that. And he used to tell all these stories about how, if you know Bob Saget, his comedy was blue, very blue. I mean, he was dirty comic, which made him so funny. Expos for the Nationals, Ernie McNally. Ernie McNally. And he used to tell these stories about how, these people would, bring their kids to his show thinking, he was, like the guy on TV in Full House or America's Funniest Home Videos or whatever. And then he'd be talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, man, he cracked me up. The little bit I read, though, they said they didn't think there was any foul play and they didn't find any, drug paraphernalia or whatever. So, I don't know, maybe just had a heart attack or something. It was just this time, The crazy part is, he had just sent out a text last night after he finished his show at 3-something in the morning from the comedy club he was at. And then, fast forward 12 hours later, dude's just dead. Crazy. You never know when you're going to go, man. You never know. All right, Clemente 3000. He did an interview. Oh, you met him, really, in Baltimore? Yeah, he seemed like a really nice guy. Lane, his business card is Eagles. Oh, really? Huh. He seemed genuinely likable, and Jazz rookie. You can't say that about most guys in Hollywood. There's a few guys out there who, well, not a few, there's more than a few, but, who just, like The Rock or whatever his name is, Keanu Reeves or whatever, they just seem like really nice guys. And he always came off as a really nice guy. He was great. If you guys watched Entourage, he was awesome. Ryan McKenna, rookie for the Orioles, numbered 118 of 372. I never watched that Fuller House one. I remember Full House. It was on, in the 80s. I was a teenager or whatever. I remember the show. I'm sure I saw it more than a few times. But the newer one I never watched. But maybe, now that he died, I'll check it out. He was funny, though, man. God, he was funny. I got to get my fingers working for the smooth or Heritage High number cards, man. Pain in the ass. I feel like I need a piece of sandpaper to rub my fingers on when I do these. Jonathan India rookie. So we'll check every fifth card. The fifth card is the, hit spot for any French backs. There's a Johnny Bench from the 72 World Series. That's a really cool looking card. Rather than going through them all. I mean, we ship all cards anyway, so certainly if we miss something, you'll get it. We'll make sure you have it. But he was at your casino? Yeah. Yeah, well, he was, I mean, in recent years, I think that's what he'd been doing. I mean, I assume that's what he'd been doing. High numbered, high number for the Dodgers. Well, I guess he did that Fuller House show. He was on there, right? I don't know anything else he's been in recently. Like in the last few years. I'm sure he's in something, but yeah, man, that one, you know how like on your phone they flash these like, they don't tell you who, they just say, and it said Full House star died. I was thinking, I don't know why, but I thought it was that, the one who went out with Alanis Morissette, that, Jagged Little Pill, that album's about, that he totally dumped her or whatever. I don't even remember the guy's name. He was such a jerk off. I saw Bob Saget. I was like, oh, that sucks. You never convinced the Olsons to return people to... Oh, they didn't. The Olsons didn't come back to it? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'm sure if the Olsons were there, it would have been a, really big deal. Everyone would have watched them. I don't know, man. There's been a lot of people kicking it lately. Turf Wars. Sergio Alcantara. It's a high number for the Cubs. There's been a lot of famous names kicking it lately between Bob Saget, Betty White. Who was the other one the other day? There's a couple of them. It seems that way anyway. I don't know. Maybe it's no more than usual. I'm just noticing. The older I get, the more I notice how many people die out there. Not Uncle Jesse, the other one, not the pretty boy. There's the Biggio 216 that wasn't in the first set. Oh God, why can't I think of his name? I can see his face. He's a comedian. No, not the Uncle Jesse guy. The other one. He was the one. He went out with Alanis Morissette, and apparently, like, they were in a very serious relationship. They were supposed to get married or whatever, and then he cheated on her, and then apparently he was. That's the old backstory to it, that he was like cheating on her for years and stuff, and then she wrote Jagged Little Pill, and most of the songs on Jagged Little Pill, which is her most famous work, is about him. Oh, really? It's crazy. What do we have here? Jake Fraley. Why is that in the third spot backwards? Put that aside. Victor Carantini, high numbered for the Padres. That's it, Dave Coulier. That's his name, Dave Coulier. Yeah, man, she was all about him, man. You ever listen to Jagged Little Pill, man, you realize she was not happy with him. He was a jerk. That's a guy you never really heard anything from after Full House. I mean, I think he was a road comic or whatever, but whereas, what's his name, who played Uncle Jesse, he's been in like every series at some point. He's like the guy they bring in, like one of those guys they bring in the last year of a series, when they need to give it a little extra kick. A Hall of Fame player will be dead next. I wouldn't be surprised. Andrew Vaughn, rookie. Walker Buehler, high numbered for the Dodgers. Dave Coulier. Yeah, I would not have remembered that name no matter how hard I tried. Lorenzo Cain, man. Happy is a Just a happy guy. Look at me. I'm a professional baseball player. Jojo Romero, Manny Machado. Come on, let's get a big hit, man. We haven't had anything out of these. Not that Heritage High Number usually delivers a lot, but Heritage the past few years has delivered for us. High Number hasn't delivered anything this year. Look at Brian Hayes' rookie performers. I mean, we've had a few things, but nothing spectacular. And we've been having some spectacular hits lately. We like spectacular hits. We'll have to start running a death pool around here. That would be fun. Clevenger, high number for the Padres. Oh yeah, Candace Cameron, she's like a Lifetime girl. She does like half of the Lifetime movies that are out there. Those guys who do Lifetime films, the family films and stuff, man, they make a good living doing that stuff, man. You know, make a couple of those a year, get paid, $500,000 a movie or whatever. I'm sure they're super easy to do. She's just B-list famous enough for them to be happy with having her, you know. Kirilov rookie. Willy Mays, I have no idea. To be honest, no idea. Let's not put the kibosh on Willy Mays or anything like that. Devin Williams, NL Rookie of the Year. John will like that card. Put that aside. I'll sleeve and top load that one for him. Alright, Jonathan Davis. And for the Reds, the old Joey Votto. Everyone loves Joey Votto. Yeah, didn't she do porn or something like that? The one chick that isn't that her? Wasn't she like in some crazy stuff? You know far too much about Full House, man. Was she the one? Was it, or was, no, that was, wait, which one was it? The girl from the other show, she was in porn. With the nerdy kid, there's a Kalenic rookie. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh my God, my memory is so shot anymore. I swear. I think I have a mild case of Alzheimer's. I really do. I can't remember anything anymore. These things used to roll off the tongue 10 years ago, and I know a lot of stupid facts and can't remember like the principal part to any fact anymore because I can't remember anyone's name. Lance Lynn, high number for the White Sox. And that Joey Votto was for the Reds for Scott. Gosh, what was the name of that show? With the real nerdy, what was his? It was on Friday nights. It was on forever. Family Matters? Was it Family Matters? Was that the name of it? I think that's it. Family Matters was the name of the show. And the one girl, she became pretty heavy into porn. Fred Stanley for the Indians, with what looks like a Cubs hat almost, but the Indians. Fred Stanley, Cleveland shortstop. I back. Family Matters, yeah. Well, Full House was on years before you were born. Well, Full House was on in like the 80s, wasn't it? Do I have my times completely off? I thought Full House was on in like the 80s and 90s, wasn't it? Yeah, Family Matters, that was the one. And the girl was, and then she was on like Dr. Oz or Dr. Phil or one of those things that I saw a clip of it on YouTube, and she was like, "You don't know me, you know I gotta pay my bills." Like, wow. Bamba Brothers for the Twins. Urkel, yes, that was it, Urkel. Urkel. That was his name. I could see his face. I just couldn't think of his name. Yeah, when was Full House on? Carlos Hernandez. Like, what years was Full House on? I thought that was a long time ago. You're watching it on Nick at Night. I remember my mom telling a story one time. My mother hated the Brady Bunch because, I swear this is absolutely true, my mother had a striking resemblance to Alice from the Brady Bunch, the housekeeper. Like, Alice was a little older, but they could have been sisters. Like, they really striking resemblance, and it really bothered my mother. And apparently, like my one sister, Shannon, who's older than me by 3 years, Jonathan India rookie, she kind of went through the phase of watching the Brady Bunch, and right when she was getting out of it, I started watching it. So my mother, like, she despised that we watched that show. And it's funny, even now, like when I see old stuff with the Brady Bunch and see the housekeeper, I'm like, my mom looked just like her. Mount Castle rookie performers. Nick at Night at 9 p.m. You even remember the time. That's awesome. Now, Full House used to be on Friday nights with Family Matters. They were all on like the same night. It was high numbered for the Rangers. TGIF, right? Wasn't that it? There was like 4 family comedies on Friday nights or something like that. And I remember like Full House and Family Matters were a part of that. TGIF. Yay, come on, fingers work. Castillo. Let's find a variation already. Oh, yeah, there was all kinds of stuff going on. Wasn't Florence Henderson and the guy Greg, they were like having an affair, the oldest son, and yeah, there was some craziness going on there. That was the show back in the day, man. I loved the Brady Bunch. The worst part is now when you go back, especially for you guys who are a little younger, but it might not quite be the same. But for guys who are like in their 40s and older, the funniest thing is you go back. There's a Freddie Freeman NL MVP, and you watch these shows that we watched in the 70s and early 80s, and they were terrible. I mean, so bad. If you try to go back and watch like an episode of The Love Boat now or Fantasy Island, the shows were so bad. But we had such, there was no cable. You only had 3 channels to choose from. So it's not like, it's not like you had much of a choice. You had to watch what you could watch. We considered that to be good television back then. Now, I can watch stuff from like all the old like Hogan's Heroes and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of that late night stuff that was on in the 70s and 80s was pretty bad. Andy Young. And, like you think of it now. If you have a son or a daughter or a niece or a nephew or whatever who says they want to be an actor, like now acting's almost like a legitimate job now, There's so much content out there, so many channels, so many projects. Like, it's not really that hard. I mean, you got to put work in, don't get me wrong, Oriole sign number. But, if you want to be an actor and you put the work in, you can be an actor nowadays. Back then, if you think about it, you had ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox was around, but Fox was a nothing channel back then. They had, anything on there was kind of a joke. It wasn't until like the late 80s that Fox started to become something. And you think about how hard it was. There's another Clemente 3000 to like get on TV back then. There was only, that's when TV used to go off. I don't know how many of you guys know that, but at the end of at like 2 in the morning, the channels used to go off the air. They didn't play anything until the news came on at 6 or 7 in the morning again. Andrew Vaughn, a rookie. You know, like, it was like, hey, that's it. You know, day's over. And the TV just went dead, like, for 4 or 5 hours every night, you know? So, I mean, it was really difficult to get on TV back then, you know? Um, Drew Rasmussen, high number for the Brewers. But, and now it's a, you know, so you think, like, you would think things would be real quality back then, but no, it's all pretty bad. Yeah, well, Mr. Brady died of HIV, died of AIDS. Yeah, he was gay. But hey, it was a TV show, you know, it was their real life. I'm not surprised they was, you know, it's just not something that was talked about back then. That's one of those things that's come on so far, like from the time I was a kid, is being gay in this country and in this world. It's no big deal. I was raised in a house where it was never a big deal because I had a couple uncles who were gay and an aunt who was gay, you know. And my family talked about, my family was pretty liberal that way. And like I think back at what people used to say to me when I was a kid, and now it's so. I mean, believe me, there's still plenty of people that don't accept it, but it's much more acceptable now than it was back then. You know, God forbid that guy's career would have been ruined if he, you know, if anyone knew back then. Daz Cameron, rookie for the Tigers, 736 of 999. Oh, MASH was great. I loved MASH. Oh, what a great show that was. I dare anyone to try, and again, it's if you're older, you know. I dare anyone to try and watch an episode of Love Boat now. You can't make it through 10 minutes. It's so bad. It's like this week on Love Boat, Charo. Like they would always have these crazy people as guests on the Love Boat, and most of them were terrible actors. It was more like a commercial for anybody who had something new going on, you know. And I thought, man, I used to stay up when I was a kid to see this. Like, you know, why can't I stay up and watch Love Boat? You know, go to bed. You got it, Chris. Sorry, I should have said it was you. I'm chatting away here, not paying attention to who's got what team. Hunter Renfro. How weird is it that there's a professional football player, both named Hunter Renfro, and I don't think they're related to each other. Like, that's kind of an odd name to have one of each. I'm only thinking about because he caught a touchdown in the game earlier. Oh, yeah, his career definitely would have been over if people knew. Well, what about, what's his name? The guy from Hogan's Heroes, man. He was into all kinds of crazy stuff. Irk Whitey, high number for the Astros. I mean, they still talk about the fact of like why his death was very. There was some funky stuff around his death. A lot of people think he was snuffed. India, and for the D-backs, India rookie. Gerald Perdomo rookie. Man, you almost can't even see the autograph. It's like right in his arms there. Perdomo for the D-backs. What, Renfro's spelled differently? What is? Do they spell their names differently? I thought it was the same. Well, it's so funny. I've been watching Yellowstone, which if you haven't watched Yellowstone, it's really good. It's definitely worth a watch. I'm not usually like a Western kind of guy, but somebody recommended it to me, and it really is excellent. And it was making me think like this is the modern day Dallas. Like this is kind of what Dallas was back in the 80s. A lot of big shows back there. Dallas, Falcon Crest, another Kalenic rookie. I was hoping to be a French back. spot it was in. What was the other one? Dallas Falcon Crest. There was another big one. What was the... Who Shot JR, man? Oh, such a big deal. Who Shot JR? Oh, is it? One's with a W, one's with an L? Still, it's a odd coincidence to... Even though it's spelled differently, that's a very... it's a very interesting name. Kinsner high number. Spelled completely differently. One letter, Mike. Come on. It's not completely differently. What do we got here? For the Cubbies. Chris Bryant. Oh, handsome devil. Cubs of Scott. For the Cubbies. So what's going on with baseball, man? Are we going to have a baseball season this year? I'm telling you, if they don't start on time, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to somebody. Yeah, let's hope. It'd be nice to get a hot box. Let's see. Let's see if you called it. Nope, not this time. Chris usually does. Chris usually does call him, to be honest with you. Back to back times 4. Back to back to back to back. TV, where they air all the old shows. He complains all they air is reruns. I've never heard of TV. Is that like on cable or? That's interesting. Maybe the last one will be a hot box. Let's find a variation. We haven't had a single one yet. Bye. High numbered for the Dodgers. Yeah, I saw that. There was a big thing on social media about him for Major League, for commissioner. India. Sixto rookie performers. Oh, it's cable. ATV is cable. TV Land, but TV Land airs modern shows. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I know that one. Shane McClanahan, George Springer. Springer high numbered for the Blue Jays. Eddie Alvarez. It's the guy who carried the flag at the U.S. Olympics. He's like a 35-year-old rookie. Honestly, I think that's why he got a rookie card this year. I don't know if he actually played. I think he's still in the minors, but that was kind of his claim to fame, carrying the flag in for the Olympics. So we got Bowman Light coming up at 10:45 tonight. And then rookie performers in Anderson. And high numbered for the Padres. We're going to be here on Tuesday this week, Tuesday and Thursday. We got Leaf Metal Draft Jumbos and Super Jumbo Bowman Draft on both nights. So if you'd like to join us, we would love to have you. There's another Cabin Bijou 216. Starsky and Hutch Adams of Emergency. Was he a speed skater? Who's that, Chris? No, he was on the baseball team. No, he was the captain of the baseball team for the Olympics. But like he's been in the Marlins minor league system forever. They did interviews with him and his parents. I saw it like the week of the opening ceremonies. He seems like a really nice guy. But it was funny when I saw him pop up in a few things. I was like, I don't know if they actually came up, but I think his 5 minutes of fame carrying the flag might have gotten a little cred, No, Mike, I didn't. Honestly, I don't know them well enough to try and group them together. Like I'm not sure who to group with who, Walker Bueller. Like if I did it where I put like 4 people together and I put 4 good people or 4 shitty people together, like I just don't know wrestling well enough. So I don't know. I'll keep looking. We'll come up with something one of these days, but I don't know. I don't, like I said, that's why I need some help with that. Gene Tennant for the A's. In fact, I was looking at someone, what's his name? Bomber Breaks. I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with Bomber. I'm sure many of you are. He had a break. Or no, was it him? No, it was someone else. Anyway, someone else had a... Here we go. It's about time for the Cubbies. Albert Adzale, French back. Nice. For Scott. No, it wasn't him. It was someone else. And they had it kind of the same way where they had 4 wrestlers like grouped together for each spot. But like I said, that's the one where I need help. I need like a top guy, like tier 'em. You know what I mean? Where you have like a top guy, a good guy, an okay guy, and a crappy guy. Like 4 of them kind of put together so that I can kind of, sell them across the board. I mean, I like I said, I know some of the, famous guys, but I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, Mike, I saw an ad today for WWE 1. I think it was Andrew Vaughn rookie. What is that? Do you know? Was it WWE or WWF 1? Clevenger high numbered. I was watching, I don't know what I was watching. Oh, no, I was watching Peacock, and I guess it's going to be on there or whatever it is. But I don't know what makes it different from any of the other wrestling, or is it just a new show? Perdomo. 705. Will Crow, high numbered for the Pirates. I mean, I suppose I could have looked it up. I just remembered it now, though. And I was like, oh, if Mike's on, I should ask him what that is. Ryan Presley, no. It was like WWF 1. They had this like commercial where everyone was holding up their finger like number 1. Maybe it just started advertising. I don't know. I don't usually notice that type of stuff, but I did today. MVPs celebrate the World Series. Lance Lynn, high numbered for the White Sox. And for the Nationals, Luis Garcia Clubhouse Collection for Jason. Day one. Yes, that was it. Day one. Is that what it was? Okay. I guess they're going to play it on Peacock. Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Day one. So I guess now that it's passed, they're going to play it on there or something. Peacock's pretty good, man, for a newer streaming service. I watch a lot of stuff on there. Kalenic rookie. And Lance Lynn for the White Sox. Numbered 3/27/572. That's what it must be. Just the replay of that pay-per-view, I guess. Okay. Like I said, I'm sure I could have looked that up, figured it out. What do they get for like a pay-per-view wrestling event these days? Is it still like $50 or is it a lot more? White Sox is Thomas. Honestly, I don't think I've ever paid for a pay-per-view event in my life. One time, a long time ago, I used to work in a kitchen where we had chip boxes in the kitchen, so we used to see everything. Every time there was a big fight, all these people, like, it'd be like Saturday night, I'd be in the middle feeding like hundreds of people, and there'd be like 50 people crammed in my kitchen watching a fight. It drove me crazy. Christian Arroyo, high number for the Red Sox. Yeah, of course they're free on Peacock, but they already happened. That's what I'm saying. It's a replay. I'm asking what it costs to get it on New Year's Day, like to actually order it. Oh, another buyback. 3 buybacks in here. Cecil Upshaw for the Braves. Cecil Upshaw. Wow, look at the cut on that card. Man, brutal. The good old days. Bravos is Scott. All right. No hot box. Now and then, home run sends Cleveland to the postseason. They own it or have some kind of ownership in it, I guess. Sergio Alcantara, high numbered. That's cool, especially if you don't want to spend the money on a pay-per-view and you can wait a few weeks. Like, at least you can get to see it. It used to kind of be like pay-per-view was like a one-and-done thing. You couldn't, Jonathan India, rookie. Nick Matten. And Southside Slaughters. Carantini high numbered. They aired the pay-per-view live? What sense does that make? I think you lost me somewhere along the way here. I mean, it's a pay-per-view, but if Peacock airs them live, why would anyone pay for it? I mean, other than their Peacock subscription, if you have a premium subscription. Brendan Rodgers. Okay. D.V. Garcia, rookie performers. Brinson, high numbered for the Marlins. Yeah, I mean, but Peacock's $4.99 a month. I mean, it's nothing. I thought they were pay-per-view events, like 50, 60, 70 bucks. Isn't that, I mean, that's the way they always were. They're not that way anymore. You just have that Peacock and you can watch all those events. That's cool. It's good for you guys. It saves you a ton of money. I mean, premium subscription to Peacock's like $4.99 or something. I think that's what I pay. Kristen Stewart, high number for Detroit. So they don't do pay-per-view anymore like they used to, like literally call up your cable provider and pay whatever, and then you watch the show like for WrestleMania or all that type of stuff. That's cool. It's good for wrestling fans. Saves you a lot of money. Shane Bieber, Cy Young. I wonder why they were showing that day one commercial. And that was weird. That happened like 10 days ago. I guess just for the replay, maybe? I don't know. Eddie Rosario, a French back for the Indians. Our second French back. Ah, okay. Oh, really? Huh. No wonder MMA's taking over the world. They're still charging for those pay-per-views. Eddie Rosario, French back. Andrew Vaughn, rookie. It shows you how much I pay attention. Carlos Santana, I numbered. Shows you how far wrestling is off my radar. I assume they still do. I thought like WrestleMania was still like pay-per-view and like it used to be. Salvi, nope. Well, there you go. You'll learn something new every day. Clemente 3000. Nick Anderson, high numbered for the Rays. Eddie Rosario again. WWE. Which one's better, WWE or WWF? Or they're just two, they're both kind of the same, or... Sorry for anybody else who doesn't like wrestling. I don't mean to bore you with wrestling talk, but I'm kind of curious. Like, are they both like, is it like the American League and the National League for wrestling, or they're kind of separate from each other? I know they're separate from each other, but like, which one's the better one to be in, or the better one to watch, I guess? Joe Rudy for the A's. Jahmai Jones, high numbered for the Orioles. Zunino. And for Detroit, Casey Mize, rookie clubhouse collections. They're the same? Oh, really? I thought they were different from each other. But, like, don't you, like, wrestle in one or the other? You don't, do, like, they don't cross over with each other and stuff, do they? For Chris. There you go, buddy. The Panda Company in the UK. All right, now you completely lost me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Panda Company. What are you talking about? So WWE and WWF is the same exact thing. And then NXT is like the minor leagues, right? Or the up-and-coming guys. Kalenic rookie. The World Wrestling Entertainment. And for the Angels, Anthony Rendon, numbered 990 of 999 for the Angels. It's called the Worldwide Wildlife Foundation. Oh, really? And they had the WWE thing first, or WWF, or WWF. So there is no WWF anymore, just WWE. They are different shows. Are the leagues. Well, and that's what I meant, though. But so there is no WWF anymore? Wow, I really don't know what I'm doing. Nico, high numbered for the Cubs. Really, it shows you my interest in wrestling is just not really there. But it is fascinating. I know it's a huge business. I just don't know a lot about it. All right, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this slow, kind of boring break. I know. I'm sorry about that. I wish we would have gotten something a little more enticing, but we knew it wasn't going to be anything grand. It's Heritage High number, and nobody wants it anyway. Let me put a real quick hit recap together, and then we will get out of here. Like I said, we got Draft Light coming up at 10:45, so if you're in that, please come and join us. Otherwise, we will be back on Tuesday with some Leaf Metal Draft Jumbos, which come 10 autos in a box. We're going to do half cases, so 30 autos with 3 guaranteed 1-1s. And some Super Jumbo Draft that night on Tuesday and Thursday this week. Oh, okay. All right, there you go. All right, guys, hit recap for 2021 Heritage High number, third case break, number 5. Relics. We had Luis Garcia, Clubhouse Collection, Joey Votto, and Casey Mize, rookie Clubhouse Collection. We had 2 French backs, one of Azalea and one of Rosario. Dos French backs. We had 3 72 buybacks. Cecil Upshaw for the Braves, Ernie McNally for the Nationals, and Fred Stanley for the Indians. Numbered cards, Lance Lynn for the White Sox to 572, Anthony Rendon to 999. Ryan McKenna, rookie for the Orioles, to 372. And Daz Cameron, rookie for the Tigers, to 999. And then we did have a one auto, Gerald Perdomo for the D-backs, rookie autograph. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe on the way out the door. I'll be back in about 15 minutes with Draft Light. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.